Good.
Game on game strong, let's break the mold. Chasing the stories yet untold. Passion ignites like a blazing fire. Knowledge takes us higher, higher. Out of the box where the wild ones play. We see the game in a whole new way. Living loud, hearts in motion. Sports with soul, pure devotion. The field's alive with endless dreams. We're more than stats, we're the in-between. A slam dunk thought.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Sully Squad. Hopefully everybody had a great July 4th. I know I did. It was hot as balls, but thank God we were in a pool. We went to a friend's house swimming, so that was great. And it's kind of ironic. There was a part of me, this time of year, a lot of times we cut the show down to every other week. But I mean, a lot of stuff happening in sports, fellas. Not only in Philadelphia, but just in general. I mean, the World Cup's going on. People are all kinds into that. You got LeBron James doing his little flirtation. Where the hell's LeBron going to go? In Philadelphia, you got of course, the biggest news is the Sixers getting Jaylen Brown. I don't know anybody that saw that shit coming. So we'll get a lot of Sixers talk. And Danny Briere. I mean, just when I was ready to rip his fucking ass after that press conference he had, where he was sitting there saying, "Oh, we might take a step back." I mean,
you text me that.
My man fucking rolled. He needs a wheelbarrow for his fucking nuts, bro. I mean, what a talk, you know what I mean?
Whenever Bobby Clark used to call, or they used to talk to him on WIP back in the day, and then he would say, "No, I have nothing going on." Bang! A trade happened that afternoon.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, so yep. I mean, a ton to get into. We got a full house tonight. Got the usual cast. Plus my boy Bob Hartnett hopping on. What's up, Bob? How you doing?
Good, man. Very excited. Just very excited.
Yeah. So, but anyway, there's so much to get into. Of course, I want to get a lot of Sixers because with the Jaylen Brown thing, but kind of. I've been on X all day, like checking, periodically, looking at this Flyers shit. I mean, the Flyers put an offer out. Leo Carlson, what is it, 5 years, $18 million per. So, a lot of people are saying Anaheim is going to match, but it's going to be kind of tough to match. So I want to start with the two hockey guys here. Jeff, I'll start with you. Like, Anaheim's cap situation's kind of fucked because, they got to sign Gauthier. Like, what's your gut feel on is this going to happen? Do you think this is going to happen, or do you think we're going to be set up for disappointment?
I'm going to say it's 60-40 happen. The only reason I would go a lot more, it's just we got screwed years ago in the Shea Weber situation, and somehow the Predators came up with the money out of nowhere. They did sign that other guy, yesterday, who was also getting a tender coming in. They were afraid, so they signed him quick before a tender came in. But they can't afford Cutter. I mean, Cutter was unbelievable last year. They want to keep him. It depends on what Anaheim wants to do in the future. Do they want 4 first-round picks, or do they want to stick with this guy? Because if they sign him with a tender, it's going to have to be $19 million per year. They have nothing left. They don't have enough to just about to pay for a guy that gets cut from a team. They have nothing. And they have really nobody else to move. So they're going to be nowhere for a while. So, it just comes down to what are they thinking?
Yeah. Hey, Bob, I want to get yours real quick. Let me just get a couple comments. Maurice Wright says, yo, fellas, happy Monday. Here's our man Sinchera Lee. I believe he's the Knicks fan. He says, "Oh hey, it's Philly Wise guys. I'm happy to see you guys. Haven't seen you guys since my sweep. Hey man, hey, hey, my
Enjoy
bad.
it. Enjoy it.
Hey, listen.
Shit.
Hey,
That's actually
listen.
that's pretty good. So
That is
Hey,
pretty good.
Hey, let's keep it real though. Got to give credit where credit's due. They won the chip, so you know what I mean. The champs are here, so congrats, dude.
Yeah.
you're welcome.
Thank
You're
you
welcome,
for the
Jalen
backup
Brown.
center.
You're welcome, Jalen Brown's from here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait,
right.
what's that?
Yeah, you're welcome. He's from here. You know, and brought you guys a championship from Philly's own. You know, just for you guys.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
got rid of one
Back
AJ
up
Brown, and we got a
center.
Jay Brown, so we did pretty good.
Yeah,
It don't matter. We got fucking Jalen Brown, dude.
I know.
Fuck
So I
the
said we
Knicks.
got rid of AJ
You
and got
know?
Jay Brown. Hey,
Fuck the Knicks. Knicks got to see us this year. Ain't no fucking sweep happening this year.
that's right.
their championship another 53 years before they see it again.
Yeah.
And
So
we'll be dead, so who cares?
yeah. So Bob, what's your perspective on this Leo Carlson thing?
Well, I think it's a little different from the Shea Weber situation than a couple years ago, which, by the way, that contract that he signed just ended, I believe, on June 30th, which is pretty funny when you talk about it. I think it's a little different. I mean, you know, Anaheim was in a bit of the rebuild of their own. They have Leo Carlson. They offered him a contract. And I think that this puts Anaheim in a really, really difficult situation cap-wise, because when you look at the free agents that they have a lot of young guys to re-sign, just not only this year, but next year. But when you look at this year, you still have Cutter Gauthier, who's not tender eligible for an offer sheet to get thrown his way. They just signed their defenseman, I can't
Mikhailov.
pronounce his name. Mitikov, yeah. And now they're looking at, you know, they got to sign a few others. So they're really they're stretched against the cap, man. And it's going to be interesting to see what Anaheim does. You know, obviously the 4 first-round picks, but Verbeek kind of backed himself into a hole, because when they were negotiating a contract with him, it just came out as early as today that he said they went back to him and said, "Hey, you know, give us what was it, 12.5 million."
Yeah.
And they said no. So they didn't see him as that type of talent where they were going to be paying out 18 million.
Right.
So it's going to be very interesting to see if the Anaheim does move. There's no indication so far, when you really look at it, of them trying to move money around to get him signed to match the offer as of right now. So it's going to be interesting to see. Now, from Briere's standpoint, you were looking for a center. It was no secret the Flyers were looking for a big center. Leo Carlson, 6'3". They wanted a younger guy who can build and mold with this core group. So they have all that in Leo Carlson. Now, as far as like the money that they gave out, you know, you're obviously paying for a couple different things. You're paying for the future. You're
Right.
paying for the player that that you hope that he becomes. But you also look at the past couple years. His point totals have gradually gone up. The goals totals have gone up. So I think for Briere, this is a very bold move. I think that this really puts it out to the fan base and the league that we're not in a rebuild stage anymore. We're gonna look to add to our roster, and I think it was a smart move. You know, how else do you acquire top talent like this? You can't just acquire it on free agency alone anymore. So I'm excited. Obviously, a lot, like Jeff said, cautiously optimistic, because you don't know what Anaheim's going to do. But to date, they haven't moved. In fact, they signed their defenseman and added money to their cap. So now it's going to be interesting to see if they start making trades. What do they do? We'll have to wait and see. But
And
it's
they don't
very
have
interesting.
much to really trade. That's a big thing. They don't have
mean-
huge contracts like this to really move.
They would
free
have
up
to
enough
move
money.
Kreider or one of their higher contracts to get money to sign this. And something that Jeff said, they don't have money to sign Cutter Gauthier at this point in time. And if they match this, it's going to make it very difficult. They're in a very difficult spot.
I think it's who they value more, right? Do they value Gautier more, or does do Carlson more? I think they find a way to come up with the money. I think they're hitting the cap right now. Like the way everyone talks about this kid, he seems like a kid you don't just let go on an offer sheet. You know what I'm saying? You right now, what you have in front of you is you got to figure out how to get 18 million. Then when the Cutter thing comes up, you figure out how to get the other fucking 18 million. The same way, that's your job as a GM.
Cutter's next year, so when they're not going to be able to dump anything for next year. That's where he's got them.
Maybe dump everything he got and then just sign Cutter, and then you just go real cheap on everything else, like a
Cutter
basketball team
Gauthier,
or
I
something.
believe, is a restricted free agent this year.
Yes.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm not sure how that fucking hockey
he's a
thing
restricted
works.
Free agent.
If I was a hockey fan, I'd be like, you can't let this dude get away if he's that good. Come up with the money, figure it out later.
One of the things that's going to hurt them. I'm sorry. Sorry, Bob. I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just going to say one of the things that I was reading that's going to hurt them though is that guys like some of their guys they want to get rid of, like Kreider, and I read another guy's name too. I'll double check, but they have partial no movement clauses, so it's not like they can just move off of a guy like Kreider because you can't just wave a magic wand and then here's the other part from Anaheim's perspective. If you do that, then you're going to have to give up assets. You're going to have to give up draft picks to move off of those guys. And as good as Carlson is, and as good as Gautier is, their defense score, other than this Russian kid they just signed, their defense score is extremely light. So if you're Anaheim from a team building standpoint, you don't want to give up this young talent, but by the same token,
Got no choice.
But what I'm saying is, though, what are you going to do? Just have those two high-ass paid players, and then you don't have Dick to win? Anaheim could. What if you did get the 4 first-round picks? Yeah, you're giving up a high-end talent who's young, which would really sting. But if you could convince a guy like Dylan Larkin to come to Anaheim or another young player, you can maybe trade 1 or 2 picks, get another guy. You could even trade with Vancouver, maybe get the winger. What's his name? Anderson, the winger?
Yep.
They can get Ellis Peterson.
Yeah.
Another person to try to acquire because he's very cheap. And just like you brought up Dylan Larkin, they'll have those picks and Carlson's all for us.
Yeah, I mean, as a Flyers fan, this kid's improved every year. And I want him. I think if we took a poll, do we all want the Flyers to get this kid? Is it pretty much a consensus?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know enough about hockey, but what does that do to our salary cap? How good is this kid? Has anyone watched his games?
Dude, he's
what's it going to do to us? It's going to
stats.
hamstring us. We have a young team. We have a lot of young players to sign too. We got Porter Martone. What are we going to just give up on Mishkov? I feel like there's a lot of questions too on the flip side if this shit goes through.
Well, Martone's got a couple years before any of this kind of stuff happens. We dumped a lot of salary this year. We got rid of a lot of shit that was sitting out there. So we've got money, and if we do get this player, we can still sign Zegras. That's what we're waiting for also, because we got to sign him. Then the lines are all set up. You look at the lineup with Brass in there, you got 4 strong lines.
I got you. That's what I'm saying. I don't know enough about hockey, but what's an $18 million sounds like it's a fucking ton.
Well, 80 was it?
What's that going to do to us and our fucking movement? What are we going to be able to do?
Well, the big thing that they put in was how much money up front he gets in cash. That was the huge thing that was going to be tough for Anaheim.
And they can't. And
I think when it's going to hurt this year. I think the Flyers. I think that they They may move Ristolainen. They could move Tippett.
Mhm.
I don't know what they would do, but yeah, you're right. I mean, in a way, it does kind of hamstring the Flyers a little bit. It prevents them from, just signing Zegras and coming up. But I think that they're only going to go with a short-term bridge deal for him.
Yep.
I don't necessarily see anything beyond 2 or 3 years for
Correct.
Zegras.
Yep.
So I think they'll be all right in that regard. I think Zegras wants to be here. He mentioned that. So he might take a bit of a discount. And who knows? Maybe they already talked to him. Maybe he already said, look, maybe there's already something in place. But it makes it difficult, but not impossible to sign some our RFAs.
Well, Zegras and Drysdale went to arbitration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they can't. Yeah, they can't be.
They can't be oversheeted. Yeah.
Well, they were tendered, which is
So
a little different than arbitration. But yeah.
Yeah.
So I wanted to play off of this real quick because here's the Knicks fan saying, it's funny how one championship can cause so much movement in the Eastern Conference, and I agree with that. But I wanted to place it like now. Carlson was the second pick overall in the draft, so like to compare him to Jalen Brunson, it's not apples to apples. I totally realize that, but what I want to say is though, like Briere doing this is the type of outside the box thinking that you do need to win a championship, and I'll give the example. 4 years ago, there isn't anybody that thought that Jalen Brunson was going to become what he thought was, right? No one did. I mean, there are a lot of people were like, God damn, they're paying Jalen Brunson that much fucking money. You know what I'm saying? So, in a sense, like there's some hockey fans out there that are probably, because I saw it online, that are saying, Carlson has a lot of potential, but Jesus Christ, this dude's going to be the highest paid player in hockey. I mean, it is a gamble, but I give Briere a lot of credit because if you want to win titles and compete, sometimes you got to
get. Can I ask you a question? Is he worth that? Like you're telling me he's the highest paid player in hockey, probably ABB.
Not yet.
Is he worth that?
But the hope's not yet. But the hope is though, and
but the hope's tough because you knew Connor McDavid was that. You knew all these dudes that like you paid money like that were gonna be. So I don't know enough about hockey, but it seems like a bigger gamble than Jalen Brunson for the Knicks.
In a roundabout way, nobody's worth that, if that makes sense.
No, people are worth it though. Like if you tell me I can get Connor McDavid for $18 million a year, that's worth it. I know what I'm getting.
Here's the funny part. There are some people online, again, this is just so stupid, but some people are saying, yep, Flyers are going to get him, and then they're going to go ahead and swap him with Edmonton and bring Connor McDavid to Philadelphia. I'm like, these people are like smoking crack. There's no way.
No, I think, like I said, you're by giving this contract, that's what makes it so bold of Briere to make this type of move, to really look at the potential in the kid. He's already a great player, right? But you're paying for that eliteness potential in Leo Carlson. That's what the 18 million is really saying, that we believe.
Yeah.
And not only that, sometimes it's also about fit. And like I said, he's 6'3". He can score. He can work the power play. He's young at 21 years old. So it's worth it to when you look at what you're getting in return and the potential. Of course, any move, it can be, in hindsight, you look back, and how many times do every one of us look back and be like, that was a dumb trade, that was a dumb signing.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm scared of, because
I don't think that's going to be this. When you
look what happened, to the Sixers, right?
When you look at the supporting cast of the Flyers, and you look who he can play with, Mortone, potentially Zegras, you got Tippett. That's really what you got to look at. This move is not only going to make Leo Carlson better, it's going to make everyone around him better. That's the type of player that Leo Carlson is, and he's only going to get better.
And that's why I wasn't surprised.
Well, here's the thing. So then if he's that kind of player, and it's gonna hamstring us because we got to put so much money out.
Well, not so much hamstring. It's going to make it tough. But go ahead.
Does that move make us a Stanley Cup contender? Just that move. Because if you're not left with much money after you give this guy the money, you know what I mean? and you start losing guys in a couple of years because their contracts start coming up and they end up being good because Carlson is a good player and he'll make players around him better, right?
Yep.
What is he good enough to make us a Stanley Cup contender? I feel like that's the question. If he is,
Yes.
if he is, give him $20 million. But if you think you're 4 or 5 players away, I don't know if that's the best fit for the Flyers.
I think
You
the
never
Flyers.
know.
Let's just say they get Leo Carlson. I still think that they're number one defenseman away from really being called a legit contender. But this certainly
Absolutely.
elevates their stance
Sure.
in the league and with that Eastern Conference.
I got you. Now it's a matter of question if we can get that number one defenseman. Do we have the paper? Do we have the paper to pay somebody some top money?
They have the prospects to go and get one.
Again, we have Tippett, we have Roots Line. We got some other players that we could move if we needed to, and not ruin the squad. The big thing with Briere that impressed me is you saw how many guys were in and out of the lineup all year. They were trying to find out who fits with what. This guy fits right in there.
Yep,
it's just a perfect fit.
He's a center we left, plain and simple.
Anti-Mets.
Well, he's exactly what we need.
The Mets went out and bought everybody, and they suck out the ass because they can't play well together.
Is he good on the power play?
Good question.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
That's
really good on the
we have the fucking worst power play. That's another thing. We can fucking score on the power play. Flyers would have been a lot better. They were better down a man than up a man.
Yeah, they were. More short-running goals than they do power play goals.
If this dude's good in the power play and he's going to make our offense elite, then I think it's a good signing. Now just find out how to get a couple defensemen here, and we could be Stanley Cup contenders.
Yeah. Stanley Cup or Dixie Cup. I'm just fucking around. Yeah, thanks for checking us out. And listen, you know what? Here's hope. Here's hope because we're gonna get into some Sixers here. But yeah, here's hoping. I mean, like you said, the Eastern Conference is fucking wild, and we'll see where LeBron goes. But hey, you're at the top of the perch right now. But we're coming for that ass next year, hopefully. You know what I mean? So we'll see. But
is anyone interested in this World Cup game tonight, or is it just me on this panel here?
I'm watching it. I follow it.
Dude, I went to the World Cup. For 10 days in Miami to go see Uruguay play. It was when you go to like a Sixers game or Eagles game, it didn't compare to the way it felt at this World Cup game. It was like the craziest experience of any sport event I've ever had.
It looks like it. I mean, it's jam.
The only thing I could ever probably compare to, if I'm being dead serious, is Super Bowl. Like when I watch it on TV, that's the way it felt. Like fucking everything was just, you could tell, just had so much money involved in it. Like the pregame, fucking the way the stadium was set up, the way they set the field up. It was the most insane sporting events I ever went to.
Well, how many do those stadiums hold?
The Dolphin Stadium was like 62,000. The attendance was.
That's a lot.
It was like 62,000 on the first Monday, and I want to say like 64,000 on the Sunday.
Wow. Yeah, so it always, watching it on TV, you don't get as much of the experience, but you can just see it's just like jam packed, and it's like,
And just like I know Eagles fans have like crazy emotion, but you're not seeing like grown ass men sitting there watching the national anthem fucking crying. You know what I mean?
That's
the fucking World Cup. You're looking around, everyone's like so emotional. You can tell like everyone's like united in the stadium. It was unreal.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I mean, I never watch shit when it comes to soccer. Like I haven't seen anything, but I did watch the end of that Norway John yesterday. I mean, that fucking dude looks that one Viking ass motherfucker.
He's a beast.
Jesus Christ, he looks like he comes from he looks like a
tight end. He looks like George Kittle or something like that.
Howie Roseman scouting him out now.
He's like he's like a descendant of like one of the great Viking warriors. You know what I mean? Like the Norsemen or some shit. Yeah. But yeah, it was interesting. And then I watched the Mexico-England game, and like I said, soccer. I mean, I respect it. I know there's a lot of people. I always thought it was boring as fuck, to be honest with you. But like the game last night was actually kind of interesting. Like I was hoping Mexico would have scored at the end. You know what I mean? I was hoping for that last minute goal. You know what I don't like though? I don't like this extra time bullshit, because I'm watching that, John, and I had no idea when the game was going to end. That's what I
That's
don't
because,
know.
Well, the
stops.
clock never stops. So,
Yeah,
like,
that's
every
why.
time a guy lays on the ground, they don't want to just lose that time. So the ref keeps track of it, adds it on at the end. So when
Every
you see the
single
90
player.
stops, when the 90
Yes.
stops, next to it, it'll have a number, and that's the
Plus
extra
10,
time.
plus
6
20.
minutes.
Exactly. Plus 10, plus 20. But every
Yeah.
player that goes down looks like LeBron. He got shot. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but I know. I mean, I get you, but I still didn't understand because I know what you're talking about. I saw the extra time, but I'm talking the end of the game. It was like over the extra time, and then they're like letting Mexico. Like if I was an England fan, dude, I'd be ready to fucking throw shit at the fucking TV because it was over the extra John, and like next thing you know, they're letting Mexico kick the ball in, and I'm sitting there like, well, when's this fucking game over?
Did you
You know what I mean? I don't know. Like I said,
did you guys read all this shit about the United States player about them overturning the red card?
Yep.
Yeah, that was a BS. He should have never been red carded.
He should
He
have
should
never got
have
it.
never been
horrible
red
call.
carded. He should have never been red carded. But as a soccer fan, it's just you can't overturn it. Like it just is what it is. Like if you watch the World Cups in the past, like every World Cup I ever watched,
Yeah.
all these good teams have lost very important players in their starting lineup, right? And they were forced to fucking go through adversity and find a way to just fight that shit out and get a win and get on to the next game and get your player back. And watching that as a soccer fan, it's like I watched so many players me be like, that's fucking bullshit. You know what I mean? Screaming. And he's out next game and it just is what it is. You know, and that's what soccer is. And you know, I'm like remember they tried changing all the pass interference shit? And we're like, this is ruining the game. That
Right.
shit is the shit that ruins the game. It ruins the integrity of the game. Like you take power out the ref's hands. And I was kind of upset about it. Now I'm rooting for he's unreal. So we needed him. But
Yeah, but I think they need to change.
I think it was bad for the game.
I think they need to change anyway. These flops that they do
Yeah.
was horrible in the very beginning of the very beginning of the World Cup. You had people like not even being touched, going down, grabbing.
Yeah,
ankle. Like,
that's soccer though. If you
worse
watch
than
it, that's soccer.
overturning this red card, man. It's overly egregious, and it had like they caught on to it later on.
Yeah.
But that's what's ruining the sport.
All right, let me tell you. You know how you can like put that next to like James Harden and Shea Gilgeous-Alexander and like Embiid, how they're like just trying to draw fouls. You know what I mean? They're just trying to draw fouls, but that's the rules. That's the way Shea Gilgeous has programmed his mind to play. So put yourself in a soccer shoes player. If they're doing that every single game, every single repetition, and they're trying to draw fouls, that's how soccer is. You know, like
I think this
that's
was a
how it
little more
is.
egregious than acting because they do
I
that.
feel like they also missed a lot of things. The referee hasn't been called. The referees haven't been calling shit this
They
tournament.
red carded it, which is fine, understandable. But then when they go back and look at it after the game, which they have to do, they had to see that was not a suspendable offense. I know what the red card is for and all that, but he did not. It was not purposeful.
It does
He
that
did not try to
doesn't
injure the guy. It was an
that
accident.
doesn't get determined in the decision by the rule. Like
Well-
he stepped by accident or on purpose. Like Messi should have had a red card too early in the tournament. They didn't. Messi stepped directly on a guy chasing him down with the ball. Balogun, I don't think it should have been a red card because he was just trying to play position.
Sure.
You know what I mean? The ball's coming in. No one's got the ball. He's trying to get. But if you step on someone's ankle in like the Premier League or La Liga or any other big soccer league, Italian league, that's a red card.
Eddie
Every
brought up a
single
good-
time, it's a red card.
Diego, Eddie brought up a good point. He said, and this is true, like I completely forgot about. He said that the red card originally wasn't even given to him.
No,
It wasn't, but
it was given to him.
They've been going against that. What he's saying the whole tournament. You know what I mean? There's been a trillion calls right now that they didn't call, and VAR calls the referee over to make the call. You know what I mean? It's not like this was the first time that happened. I watched like every single game. I sat there for like 10 days, watched 4 games in a row. It's happened every single game. It's just no one gives a shit about fucking Congo versus Saudi Arabia. You get what I'm saying? No one gives a shit watching that. I'm watching it because I got a bet on it. You know what I mean? But I'm like, I've seen that all tournament. You know, there's been now. Joe, you watched the game yesterday. They gave a red card to the England guy. The England guy was playing with 10. If I'm the English, if I'm the fucking English fucking queen, I'm giving a call to FIFA. Yo, I need my player back. You know what I'm saying? I need my player back.
Well, you know what's funny? So like I said, I don't know shit about soccer, but I bet I did a parlay yesterday. I had Norway plus because I looked at the John. They were plus 200. I'm like, fuck it. I put like a couple bucks on Norway. I had Mexico. Yo, you know, here's my soccer knowledge. Ready? I went on X and I saw that Mexico was like fucking making all kinds of noise outside England's hotel. So I'm like, I'm betting Mexico. And then I was like, because those dudes probably didn't sleep. And then I took United States. So I was like, so I had like a 3-way parlay. And so I was watching that shit like it was game 7 of the World Series. Because when Norway won, I was like, oh, bet. All right, cool. If I could get Mexico to win. Well, yeah, because honestly, like, you know, I think it was like $20 paid like $250 or something. You know what I mean? So I was like, oh, I'm trying to win this, but
Joe, soccer is like hockey on grass. It's a good way to start. Soccer is like hockey on grass. That's a good way to start. Then you can get the Soccer's for Dummies book, and then you can understand some of the rules.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, anyway, but yeah, tonight will be interesting. But hey, look, you know, to me, the absolute biggest news of the week was the Jaylen Brown trade. Hey, Sean, what was your first perspective? Like, because I think you texted me, right?
Yeah.
And I thought it was bullshit. You texted me, and it said Shams, and I was like, oh, I was all set to be like, oh, that's got to be a fake. And the next thing you know, it's like all over the fucking news, and we're all like texting each other, like, dude, did they really get Jaylen Brown? I mean, what?
No.
How much of a game changer is
Dude,
this?
I got a text message from someone who wasn't even a Sixers fan, a Knicks fan.
Right.
Kyle texted me, and he was like, yo, that's a crazy trade. And I'm like, the fuck are you talking about? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I typed in Sixers, or I typed in like NBA or something like that, and it was like Jaylen Brown. Like, no fucking way. I called my boy. He's like, yo, I'm like, we got Jaylen Brown, and he's like, let me call you right back. And he hangs up on me. I didn't believe it at first.
Yeah.
Can you name like another trade of any sport where you've traded a big guy like that to pretty much one of your rivals?
No.
I mean, directly traded like that?
No, that was dumb. I never thought the Celtics would ever do something like that. They kind of gave it. They kind of returned the favor for us giving them Jason Tatum.
Yeah. Well, Brad Stevens did a press conference today, and they were pretty much saying a lot of it was salary cap related because
I seen that.
Because apparently, Sean, I think you might have sent it to me actually. Apparently, it was something about Jaylen Brown was due for a big extension, and I don't think they wanted to. It was like a 2-year, $140 million extension, right? Was that the case?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
it's the Leo Carlson and Cutter Garthier issue in basketball. You're down 2 stars. You're tying up too much bread.
Yeah. So, all right. So going forward, how much does this alone make the Sixers contenders? Like, are we back? I mean, you look at the trade they gave up. There was some confusion at first in the trade, but to make it simple, the Sixers owe Brooklyn a first-round pick in 2028, but it's top 8 protected. So really, as long as the Sixers don't suck in 2028, it's probably going to be it's going to be the better pick between the Sixers and the LA pick. So it's the 2028 better pick goes to Boston. A Sixers unprotected 2031, and then like two like second round picks. But
right.
I mean, to me, you're trading a Paul George that's what 36, 37 years old. I mean, I thought Paul George. Now, to his credit, I thought Paul George actually played pretty good last year when he did play. But let's keep it fucking real. I mean, Jaylen Brown was what top 5 or 6
Top
MVP?
four.
What was that,
Scoring.
Sean?
Yep.
He was top 4 in scoring. It was Brown and then Maxey.
Yeah.
Top 5.
Yep.
Yeah.
So-
So
All right, well, Sixers got the best starting 5 in the East. Doesn't matter. It's Embiid, whether LeBron James comes or not, they got the best starting 5. And they got probably one of the best scoring players off the bench. Anthony Simons is a straight bucket.
Absolutely.
Sixers are
Boston
straight.
just
If they
did-
can
Boston did
just
it
find a
wrong,
way to
too.
get a solid 4 positions out of like minimum money, like that can contribute, Barlow and a couple other guys, I think they're the best team in the East.
Don't
Did they
forget
lose
the
anything
Dean
major when they
Wade.
lost? Did they lose anything major when they lost Grimes?
no.
To make it up Anthony.
No.
No,
Good
they
riddance.
gain money because guys fucking blows.
There you go. I know minimal about the Sixers, other players. I lost interest over the last couple of years because I just couldn't stand Morey. What a splash this dude made. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's just Ganji's a beast.
Morey would have traded VJ and Paul George. That's the scary part. Whereas
Yeah.
this dude Gansey's like, nah.
Yeah,
we can do Paul George.
I don't know if I necessarily agree that he should have been the MVP, but he definitely. I mean, you think about it. That Boston team was the 2nd seed in the East, and it was mostly off of him. I mean, Tatum didn't come back till late in the year. I mean,
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown, what did he average? Like 29 points?
Yeah, Jaylen Brown. Hell yeah, he averaged like 29 points. He carried them. 2nd seed, he could have won the MVP, and I wouldn't have been like, that's crazy.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And what do you think? I kind of agree with Maurice Wright right here too. I think we do need another rim protector. Everyone else will come together. Now, what do you think this means for Embiid? To me, I think I think Embiid, when he plays, I think it's a blessing. But now they're pretty much protecting themselves, for Embiid to only play 40 games. Do you think it's possible that maybe Embiid possibly gets moved?
No,
That's,
he ain't gonna trade it.
Anything's
think a
possible.
possibility.
Not
Anything's
now.
possible to me.
Well, hypothetically, would you, if he were to be traded, what would you trade Embiid for?
Yeah. Good
Well,
question.
to be real with you, I mean, he makes $61 million a year. I'll preface it. I don't think he gets traded. But all right, for example,
It made sense. It made sense if you don't get Jaylen Brown. You know what I mean? You try to get out the books, but if you're just signing another max player, you got Maxey already, and Embiid's on the books, all your money's strapped, and you don't even need fucking Embiid to the playoffs. You could really milk Embiid this year, like really, really milk him.
yeah, I mean, the only thing I could think of, if you're trying to get LeBron here, see the problem with this, the Sixers really, with trading that 2028 pick and the 2031, you can't trade back-to-back first-round picks. So the Sixers are they don't have many. Like, if you did trade Embiid, you'd have to trade an asset or two to get rid of them. And to me, I mean, if I'm trying to win, this team can win even if Embiid only plays half the games, and especially if, we'll get to LeBron in a minute, but
We lost. We won 48 games last year.
Mhm.
And Embiid and Paul George missed like the final third of the season instead of.
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, I mean, this team should win. This team should win over 50 games. And, the only thing is that the East is, the East is tough. You know what I mean? I think the East is a little tougher. Maurice Wright says this trade makes it easier for the team to use Embiid sparingly, perhaps. Backup center, backup forward. There'll be healthy playoff time, at least at the end, the stretch run for the regular season. Here's our Knicks fan here. Now, as far as you being contenders, don't forget who's the champs. Yeah, you know what? Let's be real though. I give you your props. But I mean, did y'all pay De'Aaron Fox? Did y'all motherfuckers pay De'Aaron Fox off? Because let's keep it real. I mean, like the Knicks won that series in 5 games. How many did De'Aaron Fox give away? He gave away at least 2 of them, Johns.
3.
You know, like that dude was trash, man. See, you know what's funny? You could take De'Aaron Fox out of Sacramento, but you can't take the Sacramento out of De'Aaron Fox. You know?
Now, with all the chatter out there, do you think the Sixers will be stupid enough to actually bring Simmons back for defense? He doesn't have to shoot shit.
Not even kidding. I'd take him back because he'd be so cheap.
You know what? I mean, if we don't get LeBron, because I don't think they're going to get LeBron. Let's keep it. I'm just going to put the graphic on the bottom. But I mean, I did watch that Rich Paul thing, but to me, I don't know. I feel like they're kind of gaslighting us, though. You know what I mean?
God damn LeBron. LeBron's probably going to go to Cleveland.
Probably.
He's going to Cleveland. He's going back.
And I'll tell you what, go to Cleveland. Even
Farewell.
even LeBron going to Cleveland, they're not better than us.
No, I agree. I agree. You know what, LeBron? I mean, to me, LeBron's a little narcissistic. I mean, think about it. It's like he's not really the story. You know, the Lakers fucking. What do you call it? Pretty much told him that they're not keeping him in a way, and like Rich Paul and all them guys made it seem like, oh, LeBron's out. You know what I mean? Like the Lakers chose Luka. Let's keep it real.
Yeah. And they had to. So
Dave Yarnell says, "Hey, you guys, did you guys hear VJ was originally part of this trade for?" No, he wasn't. Boston asked for VJ, Dave. The Sixers weren't trading VJ Edgecombe.
Exactly.
Basically, Boston asked for like VJ Edgecombe and more, and this new GM, Gansby. I mean, he told them to wait in the car.
Sit down. See you later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I said Briere has big balls. How about this Gansby guy? He's got he's got some big nuts too.
Yeah, the only one who doesn't have any of those is Dombrowski.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry about that, but go ahead, continue.
Yeah, he's fucking trash, Dombrowski.
Howie Rosen was probably just like, yo, just spend some money, I'll help you through it. You know what I'm saying? Dana Brown was like, fuck it, let's go. You know what I mean? Fucking 18 million.
Yeah, Maurice Wright said LeBron could possibly go to Miami. If he goes to Golden State, he's sick.
Do you guys think Miami's any good? I think Miami's constructed horribly.
So do I. They have no shooting.
No shooting, and your 2 best players want to play at the same exact spot on the court. Bam wants to catch the ball at the free throw line, and Giannis wants to catch the ball at the free throw line.
Yeah, so I don't think any of us think LeBron's coming here, but if you look at just look strictly at the basketball fit. Believe it or not, I mean, the Sixers probably make the most sense basketball-wise, like if you think about it, right? Like if you look at Miami,
it's not even close.
Yeah, because you look at Cleveland. If they keep James Harden, what's LeBron going to do? Compete for the ball with Donovan Mitchell and James Harden? Like, to me, that seems very redundant, right? Then you go to Miami. Giannis handles the ball a lot, and Giannis drives the lane. That's exactly what LeBron does. So
yeah, not just that, dude. Bam is like the best pass, like besides Jokic, he's one of the probably top 2 or 3 passing centers in the league. That dude's got to touch the ball.
Yeah, here's a comment. Mike Fuji says, "What's up, fellas? Late into the party. What's up, Mike? How you doing?"
Yeah.
Thanks, Silvio. Thank you.
Who else besides them teams?
Some people are speculating Minnesota to go play with. I don't see that. LeBron's not going from LA to Minnesota. I don't see that.
Yeah, no way. I think Philly's the most attractive. If he wants just championships and wants to play for he's like, it's not about money. I don't care how much money I make. To win, Philadelphia makes the most sense.
I agree. Does anybody think there's a chance he comes? Sean, you said no. How about you, Bob? Is this just a narcissist trying to give us hope?
I don't know. I mean, when he said that he's looking, I honestly think that he's really looking for the perfect fit to win a championship again. That's how I feel about it, especially if he's telling you, and if he follows through on his word that, hey, I'll play for the minimum. I just want to win a championship or be competitive for a couple years. I don't think he's bluffing. I think he's really doing his due diligence on where he wants to go.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown makes this realistic.
He doesn't need the
Jaylen Brown,
money.
like before, we had a young MB, we had a young Ben Simmons. You know what I'm saying? When LeBron was making his last choice, he was saying he was talking to us, or he was in Philly doing blah blah blah. This is realistic because all these players are primed to win right now. Maxey prime, Jaylen Brown prime, Embiid, and
Yes,
like
prime.
towards the end, but still very good. You know what I mean? You bring LeBron. It's the best fit. It's the best fit. Gives you the best chance to win some more championships and add to your resume. And if it's about basketball, if it's about going back home, then he's going to Cleveland, and that's fine too. I feel like LeBron James earned that.
Yeah, the other thing is too, like, he's also very tight with Maxey. Maxey's Clutch Sports, like Maxey's one of Clutch Sports' biggest clients right now. So they do have a relationship, and I don't know how true this is, but I forget, I was watching a podcast or I was reading something where Rich Paul basically said it had the Knicks not won, it would have been New York. But based off of, I saw that, but then I also read that, like, it's been speculated in the past that his wife actually wanted to possibly live in New York. Now, he's not going to go to the Knicks because the Knicks just won a title. But, if he did come to Philly, New York's only an hour and a half, 2 hours away. LeBron is rich as balls. So it's not like they don't even have to drive that, John. I mean, they have so much money, they could just take how much would a helicopter be from fucking
Not the
Philly?
Kobe Bryant, dude. Come on.
What's that?
Not the Kobe Bryant situation. This dude's flying back and forth to New York. our third best player.
You got that
Yeah, but
money, you can do anything.
yeah, but he could. I mean, dude, when JJ Redick was here, he lived in Brooklyn.
Jeez.
I
I know. I'm just busting balls, but
yeah.
I think it's a pipe dream, kind of, sort of. Because
Hey,
I think LeBron James is kind of narcissistic, like Joe
He was
said.
here last week
But
playing at the
Jaylen
Gotham
Brown,
Galaxy up on the Boulevard, so he was in Philly. Whether that means anything or not, who knows?
Jaylen Brown makes it realistic.
Yeah, I agree with
The
that.
Maxey connection really makes it a lot more realistic.
Yeah,
Supposedly they're close.
yeah, I'm not falling for it.
Well, I think
don't think
Cleveland's going to
he's
be where he
coming.
ends up going to.
Dave Arnold said LeBron started in Cleveland. It only makes sense he finished his career in Cleveland. I get
It does.
But I know, but what a fucking shithole. Fuck Cleveland.
I know, but it does. I never say I won't hate on LeBron if he goes back to Cleveland.
I don't know why anybody want to go to Cleveland. Christ, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like,
Little farewell tour. You know what I'm saying? You saw every single stadium now with Cleveland. They're still good enough where you're going to be in the playoffs and compete.
Could be.
I don't think it's the worst situation. It's the second best situation.
Yeah.
I think the the Sixers give him. It's either the Sixers or Golden State that gives him the best chance to win a championship.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know why I don't know why people are quiet. I mean, yes, he's a diva. It's kind of narcissistic in a way, but I take him at his word this time that if he's sitting there saying, "Yo, I want to come in for the veteran," and he's looking at the Sixers, I believe he's looking at the Sixers because I think that this is a good team, and I think they're going to compete. He comes along, he signs on, he's going to make the team that much better. And I think that they are a legit contender now. But, man, if they sign him, I think they're the heavy favorites to win. And he's got to see that.
I think it's crazy to trade to trade Embiid for Rudy Gobert.
yeah, you know what? I wouldn't do that either. The only really reason that you would do that is because, well, first off, you actually really can't because Gobert makes like 38 million and Embiid makes 61, so that it's not really doable I don't think you could do it financially because the Sixers would have to find like another $25 million to trade. But the only way it would make sense, Gobert signed through 2028, so he only has 2 more years. So, and if you say, the Sixers do have enough scoring, so. If Minnesota wanted to take the gamble on bringing Embiid in because they can't get another free agent and you wanted to get one less year, the Sixers don't really necessarily need Embiid scoring, so you could bring Gobert in to play defense and rebound and let Jaylen Brown and Tyrese and all them guys score. You know what I mean? But I don't see it.
Good. But I don't see it. I don't want to do it.
Mike Papper Jr. says he would sign Simmons coming off the bench at $1 to $2 million. He could guard all 5 positions. I mean, it couldn't hurt, but just get a jacket. Yeah. So, but anyway, we'll see what happens. Any thoughts on you mentioned Simons. How about the Dean Wade signing? I kind of like that. That was a I like that move. I feel
like that's a to be determined one.
No, I like it.
I like it. I mean,
they need bench, so there you go.
He's not going to be on the bench. He's got to start. If you don't get LeBron James, that's your starter.
Well, if you don't get James.
I mean, unless you started Barlow and you just brought Wade off the bench just to, because he can hit some shots. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you're looking at the Sixers starting 5, you got Jaylen Brown and Embiid, VJ and Maxey. They all can score. There's only one ball. So maybe you go with a guy like Barlow and let him just kind of run around, be an athlete and get some boards, and then you bring Wade in to kind of score. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like Barlow is the guy off the bench, and Wade, they said he can guard every position like Barlow, and he hits a 3 at a higher clip. I would want him to have the starting minutes.
Yeah, here's a question right here. Dave Yarnell says, if LeBron goes to the Sixers, whose team is it? That's his question.
That's a tough question. That's a tough fucking question. That's probably going to be the biggest problem for the Sixers. Whose team is it? Is Maxey's like, nah, this has been my team, it's my team, and Jaylen Brown's like, I just came and or is it still, because it still seemed like it was Embiid's team last year.
Yeah, I would say Maxey. Only
I think it's Jaylen Brown's team.
Maxey up there. LeBron knows he's done. It's his last year or two. He's done. Maxey's,
I don't think LeBron wants it to be his team. I don't think he's coming in with that attitude. I think it's between 3 guys, and I think Embiid's going to be all right relinquishing it, and I think Jaylen Brown has the most experience. You know what I mean? I think it's his team.
It could be, yeah. Brown or Maxey would be the 2 that I would say could,
Can I be honest with you? Like maybe they might say it's Maxey's team. I think LeBron anywhere LeBron goes, I think it automatically he's the unk in the room, in my opinion. Like if
but is it his team though? And you need a bucket, it's Jaylen Brown's ball, or it's Maxey's ball. It's one of them.
100%.
It was last year on LA, dude. Austin Reeves was taking the shots at the end of the game. He was unk in the room, but he was playing like unk in the room. He's passing off the big shots. He's stepping down and being the third guy. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's what unk does. It ain't his team.
See, I think if LeBron were to come here, then he's, in my opinion, he's in essence the point guard. He's the point forward, I should say. If LeBron comes here, that's why I think that's why I think it's such a perfect fit basketball wise. Because if he comes here, he handles the ball, because the Sixers already said they want Maxey to play more off ball, right? So if LeBron were here, he's got the ball in his hands. Maxey's off ball, VJ's off ball, Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown ISOs at times, but then there's times where he's off ball. LeBron would fucking average 10, 11 assists a game if he was here.
All right, so question: is it LaMelo Ball's team? Is it LaMelo Ball's team now? He went to Minnesota.
Well, no, it's Ant Edwards' team.
But the main guy with the ball in his hands, Melo. LeBron, like at the end, I feel like the person's team that it is the guy who, at the end, like you said, ISO. At the end of the game, it's like there's seconds left. We're drawing up a play for you. It's your team.
Yeah, this is actually a good point. He says, Joe, that's why he's a cancer for that statement you made about how it'd be his team. LeBron, he's talking about.
That makes a lot of sense too. But I think, Joe, you make a lot of sense. I don't think your take's wrong. I feel like players fall in line to LeBron James, knowing who he is.
Well, that you know what? I think I phrased it wrong because that's kind of where I'm going with it. Like I feel like I mean, if LeBron wanted to come here, I'm taking it, right? But there is a small little part of me that kind of goes, you know what? Shit, like chemistry wise, would that be an issue? Because then you also, here's the other thing you got to run into. It's been Embiid's team for all these years. Now all of a sudden, if Embiid's still here, like I have a little bit of a, like, it's kind of scary. All right, if Embiid's here for 50 games, are we going to run into the same problem that we ran into last year where Embiid doesn't play, the team runs up and down the floor, then you get Embiid and it's all of a sudden everybody just defers to fucking Embiid. And it's, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, that's Nick Nurse's job to figure that out.
Exactly.
Because you gave him all the talent in the world, especially if you get LeBron James. Now it's just your fucking job to make them, like, help them figure out how to play together. That's another thing LeBron James brings. He's super smart. He's like having a coach on the court.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, I don't know. We will see. I mean, would anybody not want LeBron? Like Sean, how would you feel? Like, would you? Because I know you're not a LeBron guy. Would you? Would you? Do you want him? Would you want him here or no?
Don't want him. No.
You don't want him.
Nope.
All right, Jeff.
Stop and go someplace else.
Yeah, like Jeff.
I would take him for the player that he is, as long as he doesn't start his shit. I just get angry at some of the shit he does start. That's the one thing you were saying about his personality and his fit. As long as he doesn't start any shit like what happened out in L.A., then I'm fine with him here. But that's it. I don't want him ruining the chemistry that this team's going to have now. Otherwise,
I get it, but like I think it's crazy to think someone who has as many championships and accolades, LeBron James, is ruining chemistry. If anything, he makes your chemistry better. LeBron James, he's the fucking second best player of all time.
Yeah, you know what? I'll take you up on that when we get close to basketball season. I'd like to go back and forth. Like Knicks, Sixers, Knicks. That I love that kind of shit. So yeah,
I know we play you guys.
If we do get LeBron, I guess the safe bet. Every game they're going to have a bet who the first one is to flop, LeBron or Embiid. Who's the first one to hit the floor?
Like soccer.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Let's hit the Phillies. It's getting late.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was all about to say. Because
Phillies, USA, baby.
Phillies lost 15-1.
So
yeah, I saw it.
So we got the Phillies, right? Phillies kind of, well, today, I forgot they were even on today. I mean, Sanchez has had a great year, but my God, boy, he got fucking shelled today. It was like his worst outing, and I think it might have been his worst outing in his career. I think he gave up like 9 runs today. His ERA went from like 2 to like 260 or 2.60 or something. But Phillies. What did we have? What did we do? We split with Pittsburgh.
I said 3-3.
Yeah. Lost 2 of 3 to Kansas City. So it was kind of an up and down week. How many All-Stars did they have? Like
5?
5 All-Stars?
Yeah.
Harper,
Duran,
Marsh,
and one other guy.
Yeah, you know what? And what was it? Wheeler
got Sanchez.
Right. Yeah.
Garrett Stubbs.
Yeah. You know what's so funny? I know. I was ready to kill him yesterday because, like, first off, I flipped the game on and I'm like, well, why the fuck is he playing? Number one, right? And then number 2, it's like first and third, 1 out. He comes up, grounds into or strikes out. I'm like, well, and then the next inning, next time he comes up, isn't it funny how like the game seems to find the big opportunities for shitty ass players like that? Like remember the playoffs 3 years ago? Every time there was a big spot, fucking Rojas was up. You're like, oh, shit. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing with Stubbs. Like yesterday, he's up twice with 2 guys on. And thank God they got the run home. He had like a little weak tapper to the pitcher, but he beat it out. So, but anyway, yeah, Wheeler got snubbed. Phillies are what? Still, they were 3 back, and then they lost today. So I guess it's 3.5 at this very moment.
The Braves lost too, so we lost that
Braves lost last night, 10-9.
Yeah.
So the Phillies gonna win the division.
Yeah, well, I think they need an outfielder though. But Marsh is playing great, but I don't know. I feel like we could. I feel like we're talking about GMs that have balls. I mean, somebody needs to give Dave Dombrowski some balls.
Yeah, I think fucking blows.
I could see Crawford being here, but being off the bench, he's just doesn't. I understand you got to give him a chance. We really put a lot into him. It's not producing enough. We need a right-handed bat, a big-time right-hand bat.
Yeah.
I hear he's not producing enough, but Phillies are on fire. You know, they lost. What are they like? Fucking 20-something and 11.
Oh, yeah, we got the best record. Yeah, we broke a major league record for being down by what I forget. Being down by 10 games. And then the All-Star break, we made up 10 games, so it was a 20-game swing. That's the first time a team ever did that before the All-Star game.
When's the trade deadline?
The end of July, usually.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's when baseball really starts to matter. You know, like if you're going to make the trades and moves, you got to make them become that World Series contender.
I mean, they said that they might target a first baseman and move Harper back to right.
Yeah.
So that's an option. And then I think that they need they need another middle reliever.
Oh, for sure. Those guys, what's his face?
I want the dude Reed Detmer, I told you, from Anaheim for a pitcher.
Yeah.
Really.
They do. I'll tell you, they definitely need at least one reliever. I think they need a starter because now Nola wasn't terrible yesterday. Like, I'm not going to kill Nola on that game. I mean, it's sad for all the money he makes at this point. I'm happy if you get like 4 innings and 3-4 runs out of Nola at this point, which is really pathetic with what he gets paid.
Yeah.
But, you need a starter. You need a starter, a reliever, and a right-handed bat. But we'll see what Dombrowski can do. But all right, let's look ahead to this week. The Phillies are on the road all the way through the All-Star game. So they have 3. It looks like starting tomorrow, they have 3 in Cincinnati and 3 in Detroit. So that's 6 games. Let's see. And we're 3 out. So, all right, 2 questions. One, what's the record in the 6 games? And then how many games out are they first place a week from now at the All-Star break? So, like, let's start around the horn. Like, Jeff, I'll start with you and then we'll walk down. Like, what's their record and how many games out are they?
So there's 6 games. I'm going to go. Well, they're going to lose against Scooball when they play Detroit, and they're going to lose at least 1 against the Reds. So I say what, 4-2?
I would take that. How about you, Sean?
4-2.
Bob?
4-2.
I say they're probably like 3-3 and still 3 back.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna say 3-3 for the simple fact that it's what? It's pretty much a 9. Yeah, it's kind of tough because they got a 9-game road trip right before the break, and I don't have any stats in front of me, but from what I remember, it seems like the last couple years that series right before the All-Star break. I remember like 2 years ago, I remember they got their ass kicked. Oakland sucked, and they came here and beat the Phillies' ass like 2 out of 3. One of them was like 17-1. Because I think, especially teams like the Phillies who have 5 All-Stars, and then you figure they're coming home. You got the All-Star games at Citizens Bank. It does almost make you wonder if it's a little bit of a distraction. You know what I mean? Let me look at this Braves schedule real quick. Let's see, because if we say the Phillies, or 3-3? Because I'm saying 3-3. Fuck, I can't get it to pull. I don't know. I'm not getting internet. Anybody know the Braves schedule?
No clue.
Here, let me try one more time. Let me see. But anyway, yeah, because being 3 out. All right, here we go. So okay, so Braves host the Mets today, and then they're in Pittsburgh. The Braves. Oh, you know what? This works. So the Braves are in Pittsburgh for 3, and the Braves are in St. Louis for 3. So
They're going to go 3-3.
Okay, so if both teams go 3-3, we're right exactly where we are right now, 3 out. So it's basically it's a cab, right? Didn't cabs used to be all 3s?
Yeah.
It's basically a cab. You know, does anybody even use a cab? I mean, with Uber and Lyft, are cabs are still around, but is anybody
They're
really
still around. I don't know if
I've
anyone's
seen
using
them.
them.
Yeah.
I never in my life used Uber or a cab.
Yeah, I mean, we use it sometimes only because, like, you know, I would feel like a real dumbass if we're going out and like like nowadays if you get a DUI, like anybody can get a DUI, but like if you're gonna have a few drinks and it costs you like $20 to get a ride, or even 30, honestly, depending on where you're going, 30 or 40, like I would rather pay that money up front than lose my license and get the have to go through all that bullshit, But anyway, all right. So we got the Phillies. Oh, you know what? So we said we're going to watch the the World Cup. Yeah. Are they going to win?
I think they win tonight.
What's that?
Tough game. Tough game tonight. Belgium's not a joke. Belgium's a good team. They have experience. These same players been in the World Cup for a while. I think they do win. I think it's 2-1 U.S.
They lost last time to Belgium 2-1 of all things.
Yeah, they went 2-1 tonight.
Yeah.
Tough game though.
Sean and Bob, what do you guys think?
I was going to say 1-0 U.S. I think they shut them out. I think
Nice.
it's going to be close.
3-2 us.
Who do you think's going to win it all? Anybody have a? You think France is going to take it all?
I'd say France
Spain,
or
Spain,
Argentina.
Argentina. Thank you.
I mean, underdog wise, I think the United States could take it.
As an
Yeah,
underdog.
underdog. Norway is a good underdog. They beat Brazil 2-0.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, it's funny because I don't really, like I said, I don't really know shit about it. I'm betting on that fucking Viking dude. I'm gonna put a couple bucks. I'm gonna put a couple bucks on Norway just for that.
Joe's going to be wearing his jersey. Next show is going to be wearing his jersey.
Yeah, man, that dude's a fucking beast. I was online. They said that cat eats like 6,000 calories a day.
Yeah, he's a beast. He's an
That's
animal.
unreal.
It's going to have a Leif Erikson jersey on. A big Viking dude.
I know, and you know what? I know this. I feel bad saying this because I know this is mean, but like, I mean, they showed some girl that looked like him, and I was like, oh man, that's tough. You know what I mean? I mean, it's a shame, but anyway, that's a tough one, But I mean, hell of a player, but I don't know. Just like, that's where you like thank God, like, oh man, thank God you're good at soccer. You know what I'm saying? But, or have a fat wallet,
Yeah.
But anyway, all right. Well, let's get ready to wrap up here. Dave Arnold says Norway's got a shot. Yeah, man. Fuck it. Well, let's see. So, all right. Well, anyway, I guess you know what? Next week, unless. Well, let's see.
If something big goes down, make your decision during the week again.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Let's see what happens. But anyway, go Phillies, go USA.
USA, baby. We're all American. Let's fucking go.
You can go everybody.
Go Leo Carlson, and then I don't give a fuck. Give us LeBron James. I want LeBron James. Okay.
Yeah.
LeBron James.
You know what's funny? I saw on TikTok they showed that the kid is he's all grown up now,
That's
and I
crazy.
saw him on TikTok, and he literally, they showed him, and he was like LeBron James. I was like,
Okay. All right, guys.
all right,
Later,
peace out,
guys.
everybody. Have a
Later.
good
Peace
one.
out.
Game on game strong, let's break the mold. Chasing the stories yet untold. Passion ignites like a blazing fire. Knowledge takes us higher, higher. Out of the box where the wild ones play, we see the game in a whole new way. Living loud, hearts in motion. Sports with soul, pure devotion. The field's alive with endless dreams. We're more than stats, we're the in-between.